Today I am going to be removing this beautiful Ohio patina bed from the very rusty frame of this very rusty 1980 Toyota long bed and installing it on this freshly restored Southern 1980 Toyota long bed frame using this homemade hoist. No, this isn't going to be sketchy at all, but seriously, don't try this at home. Now I have been soaking these bolts for about a week, so maybe I'll just get lucky with the impact. Oh, my socket's not deep enough. Remember, only use impact sockets on impact guns in your garage. Now I'm spinning the whole bolt. Well, what started off easily was too good to be true. And there's all the rust that's fallen off the truck just from the first two. 6 more to go. So the first bolts came out no problem. Second ones were a little bit too rusty for the impact. Third one broke off. And now I'm at the back of the bed. And there is the last bolt for the passenger side. Well, there used to be a hole here that you could put a socket through to get to it, but that just sort of rusted away. And now I have this bumper in the way to let me get a socket and an extension up for that bolt. So I'm gonna have to remove the bumper bracket and the bumper first. However, the bolts holding on the bumper are, I'd say, about 50% gone. Time for Sawzall. The Sawzall wasn't doing anything, so I installed a fresh blade. And managed to cut through one of the bolts. And just that somehow made the blade so dull that it wouldn't cut through the next bolt. And I also had 2 more bumper bracket bolts on the driver's side. Rather than go through 4 blades, it was time for Plan B. After hammering a smaller size socket onto the rusty bolt and nut, I was able to loosen it with 2 breaker bars. So I did the same for the driver's side. And I was finally able to get the bumper out of the way so I could take a stab at removing those rear bed bolts. The passenger side wasn't too bad, but the driver's side put up a good fight. Well, after shaving a couple pounds off the truck, the bolts eventually broke, and that was actually the best case scenario. Next, I removed the taillights. And this wiring harness is going to stay with the frame for right now. Get out of there. This video wouldn't be possible without today's sponsor, so I'd like to give a special thanks to the state of Ohio. Just drive through an Ohio winter to activate your vehicle's free weight reduction and let our road salt do all of the work. Ohio, this is why we can't have nice things. The other bolts ended up breaking except for the last one, which was so rusty that the head of the bolt stripped. Luckily, I had an Ohio access hole in the side of the bed for a better view when cutting the bolt. Okay, all 8 bed bolts are removed, and the first one I showed you was actually the easiest. It only got worse from there, And the last one I actually had to cut off with the cutoff wheel. I was able to break a few of them, which saved a lot of time. And the taillights are out, the harness is disconnected. The last thing holding this crusty bed to the rest of the crusty truck is the fuel filler neck. And these once Phillips head screws, they're already stripped out, so this should be fun. So I grabbed my hand impact driver and got to work. I was actually able to break 2 of the screws loose. But the third one was only breaking loose with vice grips. All right, those are out, and I don't even know if this is gonna continue to be a thing much longer. I may go and fill this thing up with gas one day, and this just might be out on the road somewhere. All right, so as long as there is enough structural rigidity left in this bed so it doesn't fold in half from rust, we're good. Okay, back down. Gonna roll forward a little bit and pick it up more toward the front. Now the filler neck is free. All right, nothing is hanging up. Let's roll the cab out. Oh, the filler neck. It's caught on that rust hole. Let's go up higher. Okay. Okay, it's pretty close to being in its final position. You can still see I have to go a little bit lower because the filler neck isn't quite lined up, but front to back, side to side, I'm pretty close. And as I can get these holes lined up, I'm going to drop the bolt in there to hold it in place. Same on the passenger side. Okay, I've got a bolt in each corner mounted to the bed, so that's not going anywhere. Let's check out the frame on the Ohio truck and see what kind of rust we have. Nice hole over there. Pretty scaly. Weight reduction. Next time, I'm going to be finishing this back section of the cab here. Finish disconnecting the steering and the brake lines. And the next time I'm going to remove this cab using that hoist and stand it up, get a good look at the underside and fix any rust issues that need repaired. And then it will finally be ready to mount on the Southern 1980 long bed frame. Thanks for watching.